Welcome everyone to the counseling skills and technique video. Let us understand why counseling is important and what are the qualities or techniques that one should embed it in during the counseling session per se. Let us give you the limited view of career counseling. First, people believe that it is only during psychological issues or any trauma or any stress that counseling is required. But I reiterate the fact that career counseling is one of the most vital and satisfying event that session can it happens in one's life, because if career counseling has been done promptly and done in a right fashion, the life of a person can change for better. Career counsel has traditionally emphasized helping individuals find the best fit. Remember, occupational fit. However, there's a substantial body of evidence that suggests that limited view has less than desirable outcomes. A limited view on career counseling has led individuals to overemphasize testing. Counselors in 21st centuries recognize that one's life and career are not two different identities, two different things. They are not separate. They are one and only one. That of mental health and work are interwoven. Life, your personal life, and your professional life, they are not different. In fact, I strongly believe your personal life depends on your professional life and vice versa per se. Career counseling. Niles and Anderson, way back in 1995, approximately 25 years back, examined the content of more than 250 career counseling sessions and found that no pattern for presentation of career and probably non-career concerns in career counseling. Important to view career counseling as a type of psychological interventions. Very, very important point that one needs to stress upon it. Career counseling is a type of psychological intervention that at times throughout the course of career may require the counselor and the client to focus on non-career concern. The criteria, the need for career counseling is greater than the need of psychotherapy. Career counseling can be therapeutic, it can be relieving, it can be a stress buster. It should follow psychotherapy is much more effective than psychotherapy, and obviously it's much more difficult than psychotherapy thereby. So we need to understand why career counseling is an interpersonal process of designing to assist individuals with career development problems thereby. Designing career counseling strategies for the present centuries. Career counseling must respond to the unemployment that is raging across the world. The fact that in the name of cutting down cost, people are only downsizing their manpower, and the fact that the economy is more and more AI driven, ML driven, artificial intelligence driven, machine learning driven, and that means we are coming up with a jobless economy. Global competition of small companies via information gateways or highways that goes around it. Data is a new form of business. Worker less factories. Did I say everything is getting automated? So how do we go around it? So redefining social contract between employers and employees, what is expected and by either of them, the employers and the employees. Increase in the number of companies offering daycare and parental leaves. Increase in the number of families with dual income. Increase in the number of people working from home, WFH, working from home. It's no longer mandatory that one needs to go to a designated space to work. Designated space to work is known as office per se. So career counseling issues must keep pace with the society movement. What Savikas sees in 1993. Hierarchical organizational pyramids have been flattened in corporations. Therefore, career success is no longer defined by moving up the corporate ladder. Career patterns now resemble roller coasters rather than gradual inclines per se, providing career counseling, career assistance. Counseling based on the career assistance seeks to empower clients to articulate their experiences, clarify their self concept, and construct their own identities. When I say own identities, I'm meaning their own life. When I say their own life, it is I'm saying their relationship between their environments. how good and constructive they are. Counselors are not seen as producing the solution, rather, they work collaboratively with the clients to address their needs. Counselor must express multicultural sensitivity and be aware of how contextual factors impact the client's career by saying counseling based assistant involve basic counseling skills. Counseling based assistant addresses resistance. We all have resistance to change on behalf of the clients. Counselor must join with their clients and demonstrate what they are working with and for their clients. Providing support in career counseling. Career counseling involves facilitating hopes, confidence, and purposes within clients. Counseling is what we are trying to address hopelessness, what we are trying to address anxiety, what we are trying to address confusion, what we are trying to get rid of depression related to career problems. Providing support, helping individual cope up with unemployment, helping highly self-conscious clients who are having trouble making career decisions. Remember, who has the trouble in making career decision? People who have already tasted success in their earlier careers, right? Probably they worked for 10 years, 15 years in a high flying jobs, and suddenly they're becoming uh, they are unemployed, or they have been just been downsized for no fault of theirs, and they are very much at the crossroad of confusions what to do and what not to do, may slip into depression altogether. So educating client who have a limited experience in coping up with barriers they encounter, helping clients cope up with challenges that they encounter as and when they manage the career, the development, as the case might be. We need to understand such things from in details per se. So what kind of supports that is been extended? We are extending a hell amount of supports in terms of emotional, in terms of informational, in terms of assessment. What can be done and how can it be done altogether as on when on basis? So yes, emotional support, informational support, and assessment support as the case might be. Emotional support in career counseling, providing emotional support to client, helps them to feel as though they matter. Counselor can use the acronym PLEASE as an aid to expressing matters to their clients. We need to protect them. We need to listen to them. We need to inquire about their real reasons to find out the real causes, acknowledging the issues, supporting our clients, and exchanging the viewpoints thereby. So yes, what does that matters to the client is protecting them, listening to them, inquiring about them, acknowledging their problems, supporting them, and exchanging the information supports. Now, what are the supports? Remember, informational support empower clients to help themselves as on when on basis. Involve teaching client strategies for job searches, career decision making. Help provide reading materials that are relevant to the client's career concern. Most important in early phases of career counseling. Assessment support and career counseling provides client with information about oneself. Standardizes assessment alone do not, I repeat, do not empower people to manage their career effectively. Why? Because it is not one size fit all, or things has to be tailor made or customized to the client requirements. So yes, provide client information about oneself. Standardizing assessment alone does not affect or empowers the people. You need to customize the requirement of each client, which might be unique. So life designing, according to Savicus, life designing involves helping client construct their careers by identifying what matters to them. Life themes, a thread that is woven through the client's career stories. Use of subjective assessment, such as career constructive interviews, to identify life themes thereby. Three life designs, remember, have been propagated by Savicus, and they are structured as construct career through small incidents, small stories, small case studies, then deconstruct these theories, these stories, these case studies, these examples to find out the real cause about behind them and reconstruct them into an identity narrative or a life portrait. So first we need to find out those stories, then we need to find out the causes behind those stories, and then probably along with your client co-construct what can be done. Co-construct is an intention that leads to the next action episodes in the real world scenario per se. So types of clients who have benefited from subjective interventions are indecisive clients, people at a crossroads, people who might be beginning their career, who are at the middle of their career, who are at the crossroad, or probably finding changes that they have not accounted for. And these are the reasons that needs to be accounted as on when on basis. So difficult cases of clients who have received but not profited from counseling, mid-career changes per se, and culturally diverse clients. Strength of subjective assessment help client understand themselves at a deep level. Help client considers the relevance of their life experiences to their career development. Help client attach a sense of purpose to the activities. Are inexpensive to use. Actively engage clients in the counseling process. Results are clearly connected to the client responses thereby. Now, how do we go across with it? Let us let me give you a framework for career counseling. First and foremost is getting started, acknowledging the fact that there is an intervention which is in due, helping client deal with the change, helping client engage in the self-assessment activities. The more the client discovers about himself or herself, the better the outcome would be, the more success the counseling session would end up. Helping client learn about their world of work, helping client expand the narrow choices, helping client make plans as on when on basis. So phases of career counseling process are opening phases, phases of information gathering, working phase, and final phase. So again, let me construct into the four segments. Opening phases, first interaction. Phases of information gathering is when we are trying to construct the situation about stories. Working phases is when we are trying to find the cause of the story, deconstruct, and final phase is the co-construction stages altogether. So, beginning of the initial phase is establish an effective relationship, bond building. Beginning to gather information of the client as on when on basis, defining preliminary goals for counseling, middle or working phase, explore concerns and goals in depth, develop and implement specific plan of actions as on when on basis. Next is the ending phases, connect the work done at the beginning, at the middle of the sessions by assessing the client's immediate status, current status. Relate current status to client goals for counseling, as in why did the client in the first hand comes out for a counseling per se. These needs to be understood. So what do we look into it? The premature closings, at times it happens. Client believe that they have achieved their goals and they move out, or they have finally found an avenue what to do. Probably the career counseling experience does not meet the client expectation. There might be reasons why the client gets fed up. Probably they're not finding it very constructive, very productive. Client fears that they might be uncovered in career counseling sessions, or people might be a bit of an egocentric. People might believe of a sense of inferiority complexes per se. So client lack commitment to counseling. So there might be reasons why client, despite coming approaching for counseling session, may back out for a number of reasons. With this, I come to an end of this video. Thank you for watching this video till the end.